Paul, can you tell us about fitness news ahead of Saturday's game?
Everyone's fit, other than Dylan.
Okay, brilliant. And how's the training camp been since last Saturday?
No, we've been good. Boys are good. You know, Saturday was disappointing, but you can't live in the past. What's done's done. Trained Monday, open session Tuesday, train again today, again tomorrow, so all good.
And what about the challenge of Slough Town on Saturday? What are you expecting?
I'm expecting exactly the same sort of test as Chesham, and Bath, and Tonbridge, Averley. You know, people think it's a dead rubber. There's no dead rubbers against Torquay United because no one's coming here and giving us anything, so it's going to be a tough game.
We've obviously had great support this season. Saturday's a yellow day, so by all means wear something yellow and get behind the team. That's the message.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, listen, we've got 4 games to go, right? We've got a very real chance of winning the league, and we've got a very real chance of being in the playoffs. Embrace it. Get behind the team. Let's go for it.
Thank you.
Last Saturday's not going to be a game that anybody's going to want to watch back more than once, so you have to watch it back, obviously. But when a team comes with a game plan, the way Chesham did, executes it pretty well from their point of view, it must be so frustrating for you to see that developing from so early in the game. What can you do to overcome something like that?
We can be better. We can be better. I've got to say, first half we were in absolute cruise control. Nothing from Chesham. I've got no problem with the game plan. I've done it in games before. I just thought it got a little bit ludicrous at times, you know. And I got to say, I thought the referee's performance was really, really disappointing. The only way to have stopped it was to book the goalkeeper after 15, 20 minutes. The whole game changes. But he wasn't strong enough to do it. But that's, as always, that sounds like sour grapes for me because I'm the manager who lost. We can be better. We can score the second goal and the third goal. And then it doesn't become an issue, does it? I mean, ultimately, I always look at myself and we look at ourselves, what we could have done better. The referee's performance I thought was very, very poor. But that's can only come across sounding like sour grapes. So ultimately, we got to be better.
I suppose at this level, at this tier of football, you're going to get that standard of referees. Is there anything you could do as a group of managers, maybe, to urge for better training for referees, trying to get a better standard of referees?
Well, I think you have to fill out a report on the referee and you mark them out of 9 on lots of different aspects. So you can have your say on that, but how far that actually goes and what that actually does, I'm really not sure. There's a couple of games this year I've asked for a callback, still waiting for it. So it's not ideal, really. But what I will say, for the referee's performance that was poor on Saturday, we've had some really good refs this year. You know, we've had some excellent refs. So, and I mark them accordingly as well because hopefully they're the ones who get progressed through the leagues quicker. So, as a group of managers, I don't know. It sounds a bit defeatist. I don't think it will change, to be honest. But like I said, it comes back on us. And first half we were cruising, and we had multiple chances to put the game to bed, and we conceded 2 very poor goals. So that's why we lost the game.
Open training session on Tuesday. By the look of it, the fans that went there really enjoyed it. Good opportunity for the players to get to know the fans a bit better, and you know, sort of some of the secrets of training coming across.
Yeah, well, I don't think I saw many secrets, but it was no, the boys were good. I think when you train on the pitch, the levels of training goes up as well. Obviously, it was lovely to see lots of kids turned up. It was great for them to see. It was a lovely sunny day as well. And I'm sure the parents appreciated getting the kids out of the house for a couple of hours during the Easter holidays. So it was, it was good of the club to do it. We enjoyed it. It was a good day.
Tom Lapsley involved again. Can we read anything into that, or is it just his path back to fitness?
It's exactly that at the moment. We're helping Laps get back to fitness. I think he's going to St George's next week to continue his rehab. He's a great guy to have about the place. You know, I've had some good chats with him, and who knows what the future holds? But at the minute, we're just helping him get fit.
One more thing, to sound like Columbo then, one more thing occurred to me. Players who are out on loan,
Yeah.
do their loans presumably end with their team's last fixture?
Yes.
So does that mean that Brad Ash, Ben Seymour, Jayden Crosby theoretically are available to you for playoffs if we get
Yes.
playoffs?
Yeah.
So that increases your squad again.
Yes, it does. Yeah, you're quite right.
That's good. Good for me.
Selection-wise, you on Saturday you did what everybody's been urging you to do or nudging you to do, playing the two big men up front. Did you feel that worked, and that the reason why we lost was in other areas? And what are your feelings about that going forward? As
I felt it worked first half. I'm not. People are urging me to play 4-4-2. If we play 4-3-3, MJ narrows right off when Jordan Young's got the ball. That becomes a 4-4-2. If you play a 3-4-3, you can end up in formations. You know.
Yeah, I was thinking less about them, about the personnel that you.
Yeah, I thought Cody and Ozzy were a little bit too far apart from each other at times. But like I say, first half, Dave was absolutely cruising.
Yeah.
Absolutely cruising the game. But we've got to be more ruthless and go and score a second and third goal.
Yeah,
We've got to.
And there were chances to do that. Yeah.
There was multiple chances to do it. Now, people might say we had 3 or 4 really good chances. A chance for me isn't always a goalkeeper saving it. When we're in great areas to cross and we're 3v1 in the box and we hit the first man, it's not good enough. So decision making, ultimately on Saturday, we lost the game because our decision making and our execution in the final third wasn't good enough.
No.
Simple as that. So formations.
Yeah. You can talk about them till you're blue in the face.
Of course you can. Of course you can. And stats and all this. Our stats were far above, but we've lost the game 2-1. So we've decision making and execution's got to be better. Has to be.
Manny Ilasami looked pretty bright when he came on, doing the stuff he does, running at people, etc. How close, or what's the path with Cameron Ashier at the moment, and where is he in your thoughts about getting him involved in the first team?
Cameron's a very young player we've took from Huddersfield that became available in the last couple of hours of the window. He trains really hard. He's got good ability. He's making me notice him in training. Is he ready yet to go into these final 4 games, which are going to have lots of pressure on them? I'm not sure. There's only one way to find out, and that would be me to put him in. But at the minute, that would be a very brave call. So I feel because we've took him in on loan, I feel that people are like, well, come on then, Paul's got to play. It's not a case of that at the moment. It's not a case of that with any football player. Some have been training really well, some haven't been training so well. So we'll see what the squad is on Saturday.